Hey guys, it's Britt, and this is going to be a rant video about audiobooks, and one audiobook in particular. This audiobook is The Beach by Alex Garland, and narrated by Alfie Allen. Now, if you have followed my channel for any length of time, you know that I have essentially 3 loves. 4 loves, technically. My first love is Game of Thrones. My second love is Alfie Allen, who plays Theon Greyjoy. Which brings me to my third love, Theon Greyjoy. And my fourth love is The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater, but that remains to be seen. Anyway, back in July, Amazon sent me an email saying, "Hey, we know you like this book by Alex Garland, The Beach. And we also know by your browsing history and your purchase history that you seem to be quite the fan of Mr. Alfie Allen. So, we're here to tell you that Mr. Allen will be narrating The Beach by Alex Garland." And so, off to Audible I went. I put it in my car. I pre-ordered it with a credit. All excited. A few months go by, and suddenly July rolls around. And the release date comes, and I go eagerly to Audible. It is midnight, and I am pumped to listen to Alfie's narration. And then I'm greeted with something that I did not anticipate. I was greeted with this message that I will read directly off the screen. "This title is not available for you. Sorry, this title is no longer available. Please try using the search feature, as another version of this work may be available. If you think we've made a mistake, please contact Audible customer care at 1-888-283-5051. And so I did. And what they essentially told me was, well, the book is region locked, so we can't legally sell it to you. And I said, well, you let me pre-order it, and you let me put it in my cart, which they no longer allow me to do, by the way, because of this region lock. And they said, "We're sorry, we'll refund you your credit. Well, you can... There's an alternate version that's not narrated by Alfie, but you can get that one." And I said, "Thank you, but no thank you. I just want Alfie's. I'll just read the book. Thank you." And so, dismayed, but not disheartened, I decided to contact the publisher directly. And that's Penguin UK. So I wrote them an email that essentially said, "Hey, I want this book. Can I please get it? I am willing to pay extra money to get it because I just want to listen to this book." And they said, "Hey, Britt, sorry, we can't give it to you because we don't own the rights to the United States does not own the rights, but you can contact Penguin US, and they might be of more help to you. They can direct you better in who to contact about the possibility of getting this audiobook in US and Canadian stores, because they are interconnected. And as far as I can tell, this book is available in every country except the United States and Canada." And so I said, "Okay, thank you." And so I contacted Penguin US, and what they tried to tell me was that the book didn't exist. And so I didn't say, "Well, I have the physical book, and I know it exists because it's available on Audible.com. But to, everybody outside the US and Canada, And I've looked at sites, and I can't find this anywhere. And so I said, well, okay, Penguin, thank you. I would like to place a request for this book, which I also did with Audible. And wherever you can find a snippet of this audiobook or sample, I requested it for US customers. And so finally, I contacted iTunes. And this is all back in July. And I said, hey, you are my last hope. iTunes, I would like to put in a request for this book. And they gave me, like a case number and everything. And this happened in July. And it is now December 5th. And I've yet to hear back from them. So, what can you do about regions? Well, you can do what I did. And you can be a huge pain in the ass. Huge pain in the ass. And you can write to your little heart's content to these companies. And I know like the United States has a very wide selection of audiobooks, and that we are very lucky to have the selection that we do. And so it probably seems weird to a lot of people that, hey, here's this American that's complaining that she doesn't have access to audiobooks. Welcome to our world, which people have told me. And, yeah, I know we have a lot of selections, but if you guys make a big deal, there's power in numbers, and numbers mean money to these industries. So if you write to them, and you be a pain in the ass, there's going to be a supply and demand for that particular book or audiobook. It doesn't have to be The Beach by Alex Garland, but if you guys want to put in a request, even if you're not in the US, that's still a request for the US and your store. So if you have the time, just take 2 minutes of your time to write them an email and politely request that they put in Alfie Allen's narration of The Beach by Alex Garland. So, thank you. But if a book is not available to you, make a big deal. Because if there's anything I learned in my 6 years of broadcasting classes, and to quote my dear professor, broadcasting is how to be a pain in the ass. So, that is what I'm doing. Now that I have exhausted all forms of social media, I love you guys. And if you are as frustrated as I am, which if you live outside the US, I'm sure you are, and this doesn't even pertain to the beach necessarily. If you want a book in your country, be loud. Contact them. Make a demand for it, because that's what they see. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to me rant, and if you guys take the time to make a request, even if you're outside of the US, that still works. So if you guys can help me out and maybe get Alfie Allen's narration of The Beach or a book of your choice in your country that's not available to you, do that. And until next time, guys, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.